Hello and welcome to another Angling Addicts video. I'm Hayden Ward, this is Sam Locke, and today my addiction has brought me down to Dam Head Lane Fishery once again. Today we've chosen peg 21. It's a good peg, known for big fish, so we've got a method feeder out at the minute and we're going to try and get a few better fish in the net for you today. Sam hasn't ever been fishing before. Sam, what do you think of the fishery so far?
Yeah, it's a great fishery. Yeah, really nice surroundings. Lots of pleasant people here to help you out fishing.
Yeah, and are you looking forward to catching some fish today?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Want to catch some fish. People around the lake have been catching fish, so hopefully we'll get some luck in the bag.
Yeah, so I think it's time to get our heads down now. Let's persevere with the swim and get a pole line going down the margins as well as our method feeder. And we're going to see you when we catch some fish.
See you later.
Okay, Sam, are you into a fish?
Yeah.
Let's have a look, shall we? Is it putting up a good fight?
Yeah.
Nice little carp there. Well done, son. Get it in the net. Well done, Sam. What was that? Is that your first carp on the method feeder or second?
I think that's my second, this one. Right, I think this is a carp. 3.5. Not 3.5. 3/4 of a pound. Nice little fish, put up a good fight. It did feel a lot heavier than I actually thought it was, but that's what's good about Dam Head Fishery. The fish give a good fight. Carp.
Hi, Sam. How are we getting on today then, so far?
Well, we've actually caught a few fish. I'd say we've done better on the rod so far. The pole fishing hasn't been up to scratch today, but we haven't done too badly.
No, so seeing as we've chose this peg today, which is peg 21 on Dam Head, it's a peg that is generally used for margin fishing, and we've targeted the margins slightly this morning, but we're going to obviously target the margins a bit later on into the afternoon, around 4 and 5 o'clock, because obviously, as every angler knows, bigger fish tend to come into the margins further on through the day, because they know that the food will be there later in the day when most anglers are packing up to go home and throwing their bait into the lake. So Sam, are you going to take up fishing as a hobby?
Yeah, well, I've enjoyed it a lot today, and I've enjoyed it a lot more than I think, so I can see myself in the future coming down to the Dam Head Fishery, a great fishery. I can see myself coming down here and going fishing.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Sam, because you've made me enjoy the day today, because I've seen you learn how to fish the method feeder, how to fish the pole, and we still haven't had our time up today. We've still got quite a number of hours left of the session, so you're going to have another go on the pole, aren't you? And we're going to try and catch a bit more on the method feeder throughout the day, and we're just going to keep persevering, and Sam will show you what he's caught at the end of the session. Right, well, now you can see that we changed method feeder to a slightly bigger feeder because the fish want some more bait now, because we started getting lots of taps and everything like that, and we want to try and get some bigger fish, so we put on a bigger feeder, and we haven't got a mould for this feeder, so unfortunately we're going to have to do it with our hands, but it doesn't make too much difference. See, because I've moulded that nicely round. I've got my hook bait in the middle of that feeder there, and that's got a banded pellet on. So I'm going to now cast out for you, so if you want to step back slightly and view the casting. So we've got a natural target, which is the tree, and we want to just get it just under that tree. Okay, out there, so we're going to bring the rod behind us. We're going to have my right hand up here, left hand lower end of the butt, with my index finger holding the line. Then at 90 degrees I'm going to let go with my index finger of the line. Hopefully this will work. Okay, hits the cliff and it's straight in there. Then we lower the rod straight away, rod tip under the water, a few fast turns on the reel to get the line sunk. Okay, so we now sunk the line, line's all under the surface of the water, and I'll put my rod on the rest into position, tighten up to the feeder, making sure I'm not moving the feeder at any point. Okay, that's just tighten up to it there. Some of the line still hasn't quite sunk yet. Okay, and there you have it. We are now tightened up to the feeder, ready for a fish. We've into a fish now. Sam's just passed the feeder over to me, and I've just chucked it out and got a fish in the first 2 or 3 minutes of it being out there. Just a small carp, I'd imagine. Fighting hard though. There we go, lovely little fish. We're going to, I think we're going to have about 5 more minutes on this feeder till about 10 to 3, and then we're going to switch over to the pole where we're going to be fishing it in the margins. So we're going to hopefully get a few better fish out on that pole. So there you go, a lovely little carp.
One. So Haydn, what's the key of fishing with a rod?
Fishing the method feeder, the key thing to do is just make sure as soon as that method feeder hits the bottom, you do not move the feeder. That is the main rule of feeder fishing, especially with the method feeder. Because as soon as that feeder hits the bottom, that ground bait has immediately started to break down on the bottom. Or the pellets, whatever you got on the feeder, have immediately started to break down and causing a pile on the bottom. Now that pile is there, and your hook bait is right in the middle of it. If you go and move the feeder, that just means that you've got a pile of ground bait there, and your feeder's about a foot to the right or something, and the fish aren't going to be by your hook bait, and that just ruins the whole effectiveness of the method feeder. Now, used properly at certain venues, it can be a deadly method. Here at Damhead Lane, the method feeder does work. It's not as good as the pole by any stretch of the imagination at this fishery, just because the fish are very shy biting here. But when you do get a fish here, they will put up a good fight, especially on the soft Maver rod that I'm using today.
Here's a little skimmer I just caught on the method feeder.
Right then, it's come to the end of the session. Sam, how do you think you've got on today?
Well, we've caught a few fish, so let the fish speak for themselves.
Yeah, we've got a nice net of fish here for Sam's first day fishing. He's caught carp on the method feeder. He's caught a few little roach and stuff on the pole. He's caught skimmers on the method feeder. So that's today's video. Thanks for watching. Sam, are you going to carry on fishing in the future?
Yes, certainly.
You're certainly going to carry on fishing? Well, that's the result from today. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see you again some other time soon.